This week on Twitter, Chad Ochocinco chiming in on how New York should be using their young receivers, saying, you want success? Use Elijah Moore the same way the Rams use Kupp. You have a very good quarterback in Zachary Wilson. What do you guys think about Elijah Moore's 2022 outlook here? Like, is Ochocinco onto something, Reid?
I just appreciate that, we in the sweater taking our lead from Ochocinco.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a quiet time of year.
He's a content machine, man. And the Zachary Wilson, look, he was historically bad. Zachary Wilson was. You can call him Zachary, whatever you want to call him. You can call him bad because that's what he was. And yet Elijah Moore was one of the only shining parts of that system, right? I mean, yes, they had some good running backs, but Elijah Moore was the best part of that offense for a long time. He had close to an 81 passer rating when targeted, 12.5 yards per reception. And what he was doing towards the end of the season, with the last 6 games, he averaged 6 receptions, close to 80 yards on 70% of the snaps, right? Like, this guy wasn't playing a full complement of snaps because Robert Saleh or whomever wanted to keep him, right? Maybe not necessarily put him at full bore. This is the type of receiver that we're going to see in the NFL moving forward, right? The quote-unquote Deebo Samuel light, where this guy was also averaging 12.5 yards per carry as well. He's a top 20 wide receiver in Dynasty. I think in redrafts, you got to go after someone like this. And yeah, I expect a big game because if you amortize his production out over the last 6 games to a full season, that's over 1,000 yards receiving for a guy in close to 7 to 10 touchdowns, Pearce, of someone who has a lot of talent.
Pearce, is Ochocinco onto something here? Is using Elijah Moore like Cooper Kupp the key to unlocking the Jets' offense?
I swear the producers just put a bunch of random names and hats and then pulled out Elijah Moore and Ochocinco.
Just so you know, Matt Durgan, Slate's behind the scenes, just got in our ear and said, you are correct. That's exactly how the producers do it.
Yeah, Ocho probably should have been ratioed for this. Reid's right. Elijah Moore is good, and the sky is the limit. We saw him flash some brilliance towards the end of last season before he got injured, but that injury, we could be back to square one. I know that they were intentionally limiting what he was going to do, but who knows what he's going to look like coming off the injury at the beginning of next season. But the real reason he deserves to be ratioed is Ochocinco thinking Zach Wilson is a good quarterback. Maybe he sees something that we didn't. I know that Wilson was really bad, and a lot of that was because his offensive line was absolutely abysmal. He had a 30.6 pressure rate. The adjusted sack rate was near the bottom of the league. And it wasn't like he was a rookie that was holding the ball too long. He had 2.4 pocket time, so that wasn't the case. It was just terrible blocking. Maybe if they improve that offensive line, but everyone needs to improve their offensive line. I don't see how the Jets are going to miraculously fix that. But if they did, yeah, Wilson would play better, and that would definitely help out Elijah Moore. But season long, career-wise, it's going to be rough going for a while for Elijah Moore if they can't get any blocking on the offensive line. Yeah, they can use him in versatile ways, but you also have to use him as a regular receiver too, and you got to protect the quarterback.